Twisting corridors, oppressive silence. The air hung heavy, thick with anticipation. Kylan, the shadow hand, pressed himself against the cold stone. Each breath echoed in the vast emptiness of the labyrinth. He could feel the presence of his pursuer long before he saw him. From the end of the corridor, a figure materialized, tall, imposing, radiating an aura of cold power. Malkor, the usurper.
Malkor's eyes, glowing embers in the darkness, locked onto me. They were like twin beacons of malevolence, piercing through the shadows and into my very soul. I could feel the weight of his gaze, a silent promise of the chaos to come. A slow promise of the chaos to come. A slow, predatory smile spread across his face, a smile that spoke of confidence and cruelty. It was the kind of smile that sent shivers down your spine, a smile that knew it had already won. No words were spoken, yet the threat hung heavy in the air. The silence was deafening, filled with unspoken challenges and the promise of violence. It was a standoff, a battle of wills before the real fight began. I drew upon the wellspring within me, feeling the familiar surge of power. The energy coursed through my veins, a lifeline in the face of impending doom. It was a comforting presence, a reminder that I was not alone in this fight. I was outmatched, outgunned, but not out of hope. Hope was my greatest weapon, a beacon in the darkness. It fueled my resolve, gave me the strength to stand tall even when the odds were stacked against me. I had to survive, had to find a way to turn the tide. My mind raced, searching for a strategy, a way to outmaneuver Malkor. Every second counted, every heartbeat reminder of mistakes.
Malkor took a step, then another. Each step was deliberate, a calculated move in this deadly game. The distance between us shrank, the tension grew. With each movement, the air crackled with energy. It was a tangible force, a manifestation of Malkor's power. The atmosphere was electric, charged with the promise of conflict. The very stones seemed to tremble before his might. The ground beneath us quaked, a testament to the power he wielded. It was a reminder of the challenge I faced, a challenge I was determined to overcome. Malkor was a force of nature, his every blow capable of shattering entire mountains. Kylan, agile and swift, relied on his cunning and the manipulation of shadows. He darted between pillars, a wraith dancing on the edge of a storm.
I couldn't win in a straight fight. I had to outthink, outmaneuver. I had to exploit every weakness, every single opening.
Section 4, Cunning Triumphs. In the heart of the labyrinth where shadows danced and whispered secrets, a tale of cunning and strategy unfolded. The labyrinth became his weapon, a maze of endless possibilities and hidden dangers. He used the shadows, bending them to his will, creating illusions, diversions. Every corner, every twist and turn was a part of his grand design.
Malkor, enraged, lashed out with brute force, his fury a tempest of raw power. His attacks shattering stone but finding only empty air. His strength, unmatched, yet futile against the elusive shadows.
Kylan struck, a whisper of steel against the oppressive silence. His movements were precise, calculated, a dance of death in the dark. His blade found its mark, a shallow cut across Malkor's arm. A small victory, but significant. A roar of pain echoed through the labyrinth, a sound that reverberated off the ancient walls.
For a moment, Malkor faltered, his gaze flickering towards the wound. Surprise, disbelief, the realization that he was not invincible. He had not felt pain in centuries. The sensation was foreign, almost forgotten, yet it brought with it a clarity, a reminder of his mortality.
Section 5, A Glimmer of Hope. Kylan pressed his advantage, his movements becoming a blur. He was a phantom striking from the shadows, exploiting Malkor's momentary lapse in concentration.
He couldn't overpower him, but he could chip away at his defenses, wear him down. The key was not strength, but resilience.
Each successful strike, each roar of pain from his opponent fueled Kylan's hope. He could win this. Section 6, Unbreakable Will. The battle raged. Hours turned into an eternity, the labyrinth echoing with the clang of steel, the roar of frustration, the rasp of labored breaths.
Kylan was tiring, his body screaming in protest, but his spirit remained unbroken. He had stared death in the face and emerged defiant.
He had found the key, the chink in Malkor's armor. It wasn't a physical weakness, but a vulnerability of the mind. Section 7, Beyond the Horizon. In the distance, the horizons seemed to stretch endlessly, a promise of adventures yet to come and challenges yet to be faced. Malkor, used to effortless victories, had been thrown off balance. For the first time, he felt the sting of uncertainty, a sensation foreign to him. His rage, his frustration, these were the cracks in his impenetrable facade. The ground beneath him seemed to mirror his inner turmoil, splitting and cracking under the weight of his fury.
Kylan knew then that he wouldn't win this day, but he had glimpsed a path to victory, a way to fight a god. The ancient map held secrets, clues to a power that could turn the tide. It wouldn't be easy, but then again, nothing worthwhile ever was. Each step was a testament to his resolve, each obstacle a challenge to his spirit.
He had found his strength, not in power, but in resilience, in the unyielding spirit that refused to break. The dirt and grime were badges of honor, symbols of his journey. He would return stronger, more determined. Each moment of preparation was a step closer to his destiny. Each sharpened blade a promise of the battles to come. He would be the storm that shattered the mountain. His power would be a force of nature, unstoppable and unyielding, reshaping the world around him.